What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mom and Papa Joe. Another first for Papa Joe. We've got a pig head, 14 and a half pounds. And we're going to smoke this on the Traeger today and try to make us some nice pulled pork tacos. This is going to be an adventure. Stick around and check it out. Well, here is the little piggy. And man, I am really impressed with the job the processors did. There isn't a whole lot of cleanup. I just rinsed this off after I took it out the bag. I'm going to just do a little trimming, but anything I feel I don't want, I'm going to remove. This head is so clean. And folks, if you're still here, I appreciate it. It means you're not squeamish. It's just another piece of meat. We're going to turn it over. This head weighs just about 14 and a half pounds. And at 97 cents per pound, it was a easy decision, man. And I've seen a couple of spots with some hair. I can feel it. And I'm just going to hit it with my torch. I'm going to take this back to the sink and give her another good brushing with my plastic brush just to get off any of the little bits of burnt hair that might still be on there. So we're ready to rock, folks. What we're going to do is we're going to give this head a 24-hour brine. And I've got a simple brine. I've got 2 gallons of water. 1 gallon in here that I've already added a cup and a half of sugar and a cup and 3/4 of kosher salt for 2 gallons of water. I measured the head while it was still in the bag in this pot to see exactly how much I would need. This water in here has come to room temperature after it was heated up. This is the first gallon. And then my second gallon is right here that is quite chilled. I'm not too worried about the snout or the ears. Simple brine in the fridge, 24 hours. So here we are, folks, 24 hours in, man. And about that 12-hour mark, I came in here and just moved things around, readjusted the head. So all we're going to do now is get rid of this salt and the sugar and salt brine, rinse it off, and we're going to dry it off really well before we salt it and put it back in the fridge for another 24 hours. All right, and here we are. She's been rinsed off, man, and I've tried to dry her as best as I can. So from here, we're going to go another 24 hours, letting this dry out, letting the skin dry out in the refrigerator. All I'm going to do is just bring just a little simple kosher salt to the skin to help draw out a little moisture. So there we are. This is going back in the fridge, uncovered on these racks for just about another 24 hours. So our head has been out of the fridge, man, for just about an hour. What we're going to do is just brush off any salt. And there's some water that is pooled, water that this salt has drawn from the skin. All right, so we're just going to dry it off. And there isn't a whole lot to seasoning this head, man, simply because there's so little meat that's exposed. We're not going to season the skin. The seasonings today are going to be very simple. I'm going to be using a blend of maple and cherry pellets, sweet maple and cherry pellets, man. It's our Traeger signature blend. I just figured that I might run with something cherry just to complement that. This is the only part of this head that we're going to season because it's the only place where meat is exposed. And I'm not going to be afraid to go fairly heavy. Hopefully that brine, that sugar and salt brine really drew some flavor deeper into this cut section. And that's going to be it for seasoning, folks. I am going to be cooking on this rack in this pan. I might try to finish this head on the Traeger. And if I'm going to do that, that means I'm going to have to crank it up to a fairly high heat. I want to make sure that there isn't a whole lot of grease, fat in the bottom of the Traeger. I could start a grease fire, so I'm not going to take that chance. But let's head outside and get that Traeger cranked up. Our Timberline 850 is preheated to 250. Again, I'm running that signature blend of pellets, sweet maple, and cherry, man. That should really get the job done. We're not going to do much with this for another couple of hours or so. Maybe 2 hours or 3 hours, we'll be back out here. We are at the 3 hour mark. Let's see what we got going on. All right, man, that low 250 is starting to get things rendered. So 3 hours at 250. I'm now going to crank this pit up to 325. 325 for another 3 hours. 6 hours, folks. Let's see what. Oh, I don't know what's going on with these ears. I've never seen anything like this. I want to get a temperature. I really want this to be someplace finished, someplace in the 190s. I've read 165, but I want mine to be more pullable. That's saying 172 there. The cheeks where all this meat is supposed to be is reading 176. Yeah, just about everywhere you poke, you're reaching bone pretty quickly. So 1 more hour, we're not going to do anything. Let me check that backside. I don't know what's going on there. We'll just do a rotate. These going to make a great treat for the dog. Yeah, I'm going to wrap those ears. But we'll give this another hour. 7 hours, folks. And man, that skin is acting like it wants to crisp up. So I think I'm going to give it a shot in the oven inside. Let's see where we are temperature-wise. All right, we're pushing 187, 186, 189. So I think, man, this would be oh, that says 205. And while it's shutting down, I'm going to preheat my oven, man. And we're going to blast this with some high heat to see if we can't crisp that skin up. Here we are, folks. I preheated the oven to 450. And this took maybe 20 minutes just rotating it to watch it. Otherwise, yeah, you can see it had some hot spots. But I am very, very happy with how this turned out. He's breathing fire, steam. Look at that steam coming out of there. This is extremely hot right now. So we definitely got to let it cool down. And if you ever decide you want to do something like this, I switched pans because that pan had a ton of oil. And when you're running 450 in your oven, you can get some smoking going. So, and I added some water to the bottom to prevent that. Folks, I just realized my microphone was not turned on, but we're going to continue rocking, man. Sorry about that. Wow. Our trooper is going to enjoy this. Wow. All right, let's knock out one of these cheeks. I don't even know how to get into this thing. I really don't. But we're just going to do it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Folks, I'm hoping to get maybe 2.5, 3 pounds out of this. This is that stringy, for competition on the pork butt, we call it the bacon. But these are out of the jaws. Oh, yeah. I can do that. Wow. Ooh-wee.
Got pretty.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness, folks. Oh, that's beautiful meat right there. Folks, I'm going to do a better job of cleaning up these bones off camera. But right now, I'm just trying to knock this video out, man. Man, and there's good meat in here. Right, it's going to take some time to get off. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Another successful cook, man. Pig's head, first attempt. Very happy with it. Mom and I want to thank you guys and gals for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. And in the meantime, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, look out for each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla.